Greetings again from Chama. Today our topic is solitude and why it's so important. But before we dive in, I have a funny story to share that relates. After doing the video on creation, Eric sent me a text suggesting that I do a Mission Impossible style midweek moment while doing something like rock climbing. I got a chuckle out of his text, but decided it was time to take Bella for our daily walk upriver to our favorite spot. While we were walking, a light rain began to fall, but we decided to continue on to our destination. Once we got there, Bella was so excited she bounded down the hill and into the river. I yelled for her to stop as the water was flowing so fast I was afraid she'd get swept downriver. She heard, but she didn't listen. So I scampered down the hill to get to her quickly, slipping, falling, and hurting my hip. Bella immediately came out of the water to check on me, but then I had to assess how were we going to get home. I got up and decided I could hobble back. Once on the trail, Bella, being energized by the cold water, began to run very fast back and forth on this narrow trail. We managed to get through it, but on the way home, I realized I wouldn't even be hurt had Bella listened to her master's voice. Then I began to discern just how often do we do the same thing? How often do we not hear God's voice, which is often a gentle whisper, because of the noise around us, the busyness of life, or we're simply engaged in our own pleasure? When we fail to hear God's voice, there are often consequences, or we simply miss out on what would be a blessing. So, how do we hear God's voice? Well, one way is to seek out solitude. Jesus understood this concept and often sought out solitude. Mark 1:35 says, Jesus got up early, while it was still dark, left his house, went to a place of solitude where he prayed. Jesus often prayed in solitude because he knew he could hear his Father's voice more clearly. Likewise, Scripture tells us to go into our room and pray in secret. Now, there's nothing special about praying in secret, but free of distractions, we can focus solely on God. I encourage you this week to find quiet, a place of solitude where you can pray and where you can listen for God's voice. I don't encourage you, however, to do a Mission Impossible type midweek moment unless you want to be forced to have more solitude. Have a great week. Bye.